the R&B group Brownstone from back in the day. If you don't remember, I can sing a tune or two
What
for
you
you.
got?
But
Let me see.
I heard it through the grapevine.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. Don't mess it up now. We got company. I don't
Yes,
want her.
indeed.
We gotta always protect the brand.
That's right. That's right. Well, listen, I told y'all, I know I've been following her for so many years through Brownstone, through R&B divas, all of that, and she is still doing amazing things. Nicci Gilbert Daniels is in the building, you all.
Y'all, let's give it up.
Give it up. Woo, woo, woo.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. We got it right, girl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
How you doing?
I am well. How are you?
We are doing great.
Wonderful.
We are doing great.
How you been making out? How you making out during the pandemic? We know a lot of times you can't move around, you can't do the same things. How's it favoring you or not?
Yeah, I mean, I always look at the bright side of things and the positive side of it. And the positive side is that it's made me extra creative, thinking outside the box. I hate that we were like on the road, probably booked to now. And all of that came to a screeching halt. But I mean, God will bring us to our knees to make us pay attention. I look at it as a reset. I lost some weight. I gained some weight. I'm trying to lose some more. So just the time to go inward.
Yes, girl. We in it together. We are been in it together.
But that's a good attitude to have, though, because a lot of times people are getting down and they're starting to lose it a little bit. So, at least you know who's in control, and you mentioned God, and we love that. So at least you're grounded in it all.
That's right. That's right. Now we saw some clues on Instagram about Brownstone may be doing something again soon, Nicci. What's going on? What's the tea?
Oh wow. We having sound issues again. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you maybe put the questions in the chat? And then that way we can do it that way.
We never really have this issue, so we can work it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I was asking about.
It's just a little blinky, but I can hear you. Yes.
If you can spill the tea, I said if you can spill the tea on what's going on. I saw some stuff going on with Brownstone. Is there possibly a comeback?
Absolutely, the tea with Brownstone, got that. I'm really excited about the future of Brownstone. I say often in my opinion, untimely, but we know that God does what God does, and we can't question that. But in this realm, we see it as untimely passing of my sister and best friend, Maxie. At one point, I didn't feel like I was ever really going to do it again. To be totally honest with you, I thought that was kind of it for me in the industry because it was a blow. It was the toughest thing I've had to deal with in my life.
I can imagine.
But Tisha, who I like to refer to her as Tish Mish, and she's like choir boy in the 5 Heartbeats, y'all. She is my Detroit sister. I have known her for years. I've worked with her in the theater space. She's an amazing actress, an amazing mom, an amazing human being. And she had been singing with us for years with Maxie. And Tisha was the glue, the spiritual glue that was like, no, Maxie would want us to continue. She would want us to continue this legacy. We will find that person. I'm like, nope. Mimi left, we went through Kina, you know what I'm saying? Maxie now, who was literally the heart of this group, right?
Yes, I remember.
Not there, and I was like, But anyway, make a long story short, we happened upon one of the most amazing spirits in the world. She's an incredible woman. She's a mother. She's an incredible singer from Louisiana. Her name is Erin Jackson. She reminds me of Maxie on so many levels, just as a spiritual connection. So yes, the answer is we have rebranded ourselves as the Brownstone Experience.
Yay.
It's going to be a whole lot of, we got an amazing shout out to Mr. Glam Rock Soul, who y'all have seen on the Housewives working with Candy and all those folks, and Marvin and Marvelous Entertainment, who took us under their tutelage. We are going through artist development. We're getting it in. So we are going to give you guys, we're doing the Tom Joyner cruise, and then we are also doing DJ Cassidy's Pass the Mic, following the Image Awards on BET.
Oh
so
my
we've been
rocking. We got some stuff to look forward to.
Y'all working.
Yes, I'm so happy to hear that, Nicci, because again, like I told you all in the beginning, those of us who are Brownstone followers, we have really been loyal fans forever. At least I have, and I'm really, really so happy to hear that you all have decided to keep the train moving. I really am.
Yes.
Yeah, because you all are phenomenal, phenomenally talented.
Amazing talent.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's not many people who can mess with those voices.
It's an experience because first album was Mimi, second album was Tina. You know what I mean? So we always lend our platform to really amazing, talented women coming together for a different experience.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. I like that.
One of the
Yep.
questions that our viewers continue to ask this week when they knew you were coming on, Nicci, is about from the bottom up. You named your first album after that way back when, but you also have an organization from the bottom up. Want to tell us a little bit about that?
Oh my God, yes. So that was my focus immediately after Maxie passed away in 2015. I can't believe it's been 6 years already.
Mm.
My spirit led me to create something that addressed issues that impacted women and girls in our community.
Yeah.
I am a huge advocate for the mental health, for the spiritual wellness, for the equity, for the equality. I'm so in it for us to win it, right?
Yes.
And I decided after Maxie's, death, that would be the way that I would keep not only her legacy alive, but hopefully lots of other women in the entertainment industry. Because, at the end of the day, when you look at Phyllis Hyman, when you look at Whitney Houston, when you look at Vesta Williams, when you look at, just so many of us,
Yeah. Yeah.
have met these untimely deaths, and it's due to so many issues that I feel are manageable if we can just be transparent about it and really get to the root cause of the issue. And so many women have been impacted by sexual assault and mental illness.
Mm.
And when you're in the industry, the fact that you're suffering a lot of these issues publicly makes it even more difficult. So we figure if we can get women who are influential, women who have platforms to reach millions and millions of other women, and show us figuring it out and getting it together and rebuilding from the bottom up, which is what this record and this foundation is about, that hopefully it will inspire other women to realize they're not alone. And even those of us on these so-called pedestals suffer the same issues, and we can work through them together. So that's what From the Bottom Up Foundation is about. My chief of staff, Tosha Davis, has come in. I was limping along for years, just because trying to make money and then trying to do things for nonprofit and not being a philanthropist, but trying to figure it out, and people not really being as open to giving or not in a position to do it. I needed a team. So Pam Price, who was the chairman of my board, Lucia Ash, Christine Beatty, who was the former chief of staff for Detroit. I just have some really amazing women on board to really guide me in the process of giving back to the community. And my job is to just create the awareness using my platform.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it.
How grounded and
Yes.
so grounded and just so rooted in it all. And I can see your passion coming through when you're talking about it. I can see you kind of lighting up about it.
Me too.
Yeah.
Who was your inspiration in music? Like, who inspired you to say?
Oh, my mama.
Yeah.
I love it.
Period.
That was easy.
My mother. Don't get me wrong. Shaka Khan, Nina Simone, like everybody else had, anything you hear that touches your soul, anything real, because I believe that in music, art, television, interviewing, what's real speaks to the heart, right?
Yeah.
And if you can speak to people's heart, you can stay in it, right? But my mom was a jazz singer. She was a builder. She was a retail owner. She, she flipped houses. She was just an incredible, smart, beautiful, amazing woman who was still able to pursue her dreams to some degree, because, my mom came up in a time where, we think it's tough for us now.
Right.
Dare you say something?
Right.
And she suffered childhood trauma, very, very, very serious childhood trauma. And she overcame it, and she never allowed herself to allow her circumstances that she was born from or into to dictate or define who she was and what she did. My mother was the truest form of an entrepreneur and a multi-hyphenate, and the woman I respect above all others. She is the reason for me being who I am, not just as a singer, because music was always a part of our lives and in our home. Just as a dope.
You can cuss.
Yeah, just like a dope ass artist.
Dope ass.
Like a dope ass
trying to be
artist.
on my best behavior. There you go.
So I promise you this. I can see why you instantly said my mother, period. It wasn't even a second thought. You went right to that. And now, based on your backstory, I can see why.
I can see why as well.
And she was a single mother.
Yeah.
3 daughters.
Yeah, I was raised by a single mom too, and I know that's a whole nother superpower in itself.
It's a superpower. I'm telling you, it definitely is. One of our viewers sent a question in, Nicci, and they wanted to know, where did the name originally, Brownstone, how did you all originally come up with that name for your group, Brownstone?
We were sitting around Maxie's table in her studio apartment where she slept in the closet and I slept on the couch because I got evicted and had to move into Maxie's place. And the closet was huge. So she had like a little bed in the closet. I know, Maxie, I'm telling all your business, but it's the real stuff.
Oh.
And we were sitting there after, I had auditions for the group and we went from 5 to 3, which is me, Maxie, and Mimi.
Mm-hmm.
And we had all these different names. And Mimi was talking. Mimi's father was a vice chancellor of UCLA. So she was one that was like, college educated, had pledged AKA. She was always reading. She said, I'm reading this book called Brown Girls, Brown Stones. And it's about, it's a coming of age story of a young woman in New York and all the things that she had to endure and all the trials that she had to overcome in her journey. And I was like, you know what? I love it. And I said, you know something? The other thing I like about it is that with a brownstone in New York, there are these structures that on the outside, you're like, oh, that's real basic. But then you go inside and they're all different and they have all of these layers and all of these vibrations. And that is who we were. And that's where the name came from.
That's where it came from, y'all. Y'all heard? That's
cool.
pretty cool.
I like that.
Yes. So what is one of your most memorable experiences performing with Brownstone?
Oh, shit, y'all. Okay, that is a very, very hard question.
I know.
That is a very hard question. So, performing with or just
being a part of it, like in general, one of your most memorable, in general.
I think I heard somebody else say this, and I can't think of who it is. And I think it is the rite of passage that every artist experiences. It is when we were driving down the street in Maxie's little Jetta, and it wasn't even a whole song. It was like in the mix of something. We were on Sunset and La Cienega. No, I'm lying. We were on Sunset and Gardner in Hollywood, and Past 11 came on. We stopped the car in the middle of the street, and me and Maxie jumped around screaming and dancing, and oh my God, and people were blowing, and we're like, that's our song, that's our song. It was just a whole thing. So that is by far, I get goosebumps. Like Max used to always say, I get goosebumps.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love your
that
spirit.
Makes sense,
Nicci,
though.
This is a really random question because we do have to wrap it up soon. Are you a Cancer?
Of course.
You are?
Right, darling. Yes.
Look at me. I felt the energy. I am too. July 3rd.
So yeah.
I felt it.
So you're a homemaker, you're a sensitive, you're a nurturer.
Loyal. She's just the bomb.
Loyal.
I think we just got this energy antennas. And it's like, you know what I mean? And as you get older, you realize it's not sensitive, it's discernment.
Yeah.
And like,
I take
it's
that.
an energy thing. Like, you think it's sensitive? Well, yeah, okay, my husband would agree with you. So there we go.
Yeah. Well, I say
ain't gonna win this one.
I say I would definitely say this.
I felt it. I knew it.
So it takes cancers to make the world go round. You guys are great people. Cancers are amazing people.
We are.
Thank you.
I must say that. What's next for you, Nicci? Before we have to let you go, because we do have to wrap it up.
What's next? And I'll try to be short because I know you. What's next is the World Takeover. The most important thing in my life right now is a platform that we're building called Worth TV, Women in Reality, Film, Television, and Music. It is a subscription-based, AVOD-based streaming platform. We have not launched yet because we're building our resources and raising the money.
Okay.
But in a nutshell, it is a platform for us to be able to tell our true stories, for us to be able to preserve the legacies. We don't want any more, no shade, but Zoe Saldana said herself, she shouldn't have played Nina Simone. There are people who shouldn't be playing Aretha Franklin. We want to put that creative power and control into the hands of the people who are going to take the best care of it. Ooh. So worthtv.com is the biggest thing in my life. And of course on Instagram, IG, there's a bunch of other stuff. I'm trying to do another docu-series that follows the journey of us building this, and this Diary of a Diva series that follows my life and my relationships and the people that I've encountered. So I'm excited.
We are here for it. We are here for all of that.
You should be excited.
You should
You're working really hard and you're doing some amazing things. And so we're super proud of you and we're thankful to have you.
We are grateful. And listen, if our platform can ever be of use for you in your journey with Worth TV,
we're going to try to license y'all show. What are you talking about? Tosha already taking notes. We
yes.
Video on Worth TV.
Yes.
And that's the thing. It's a non-exclusive license. It's about us sharing our audiences and getting the message out to our people.
I love it.
Oh, so we need to talk. Yeah, we definitely need to talk. And I love what you guys are doing. And thank you for being such a great talent.
Thank you for
So
being
when
such
it-
a great spirit, a great
Yes,
person,
your spirit
Nicci.
is amazing. So we
Yes.
love it. It was like
Thank you
sitting in
so
the living
much.
room. We
Yes,
thank you.
yes, we
God
thank
bless
you.
y'all.
So anyway,
Y'all
All
make
right.
sure y'all support my girl Nicci Gilbert Daniels.
And let's
Please
give it up
work.
one more time.
WorthTV.com. You can subscribe right now. Worth TV.
That's right. I love her so
One more
much, y'all.
time
I
for
just
Nicci
knew
Gilbert.
she was a Cancer. One
so,
more time.
So yes, you guessed right. She's a great spirited person. She this and you can feel it. Like
You can feel it,
energy
right?
transfers. You know
Energy
how that goes.
transfers.
We believe in energy. So
Yes.
she has some amazing, and we love when we get guests.
It's my new BFF in my mind now.
So y'all great hang out.
Yes.
All
Yes,
right,
we are.
Now